Hey everyone, Vehicle Reviews here. So today I wanted to make a video about one of the changes on Survivor, and it's not regarding the last video I made. It's more so the advantages. Well, the changes. We'll talk about it. So I guess the first one would be the summit that happened. Basically, one person from each tribe was chosen, and they had to go to this different part of the island, and they basically at first had to walk up, I guess maybe take a hike and basically get to know each other. So that makes it interesting because depending on how close somebody gets, they could potentially form an outside alliance outside the tribe. But the interesting part was when they got down, they had a decision to make. There was this what looked like a pirate's wheel, and they had to either choose to risk their vote or protect their vote. Now, it was the first episode, so there's a lot of information and stuff's confusing, so comment down below if I get this wrong. So from what I got from it, I thought they had to come to a unanimous decision. So everyone had to either choose risk the vote or keep the vote, or protect the vote, I'm sorry. But what I found is that if there's a split decision, the people who said risk their vote will end up getting an extra vote at tribal council. And that's a pretty big advantage to get an extra vote. And the other one gets to protect a vote because I guess the negative side would be if you risk the vote and you play that advantage at whatever tribal council you decide to play it at, you don't get to vote. That didn't sound right the way it came out, but again, comment down below what you got from that advantage, because risk the vote, or maybe they wouldn't vote this tribal council. Yeah. So I was surprised, everyone told the truth about what went on at that summit, and Xander and JD ended up getting an extra vote. And depending on how strong the alliance is, and future episodes, that could potentially be a big power move depending on how they use it, because they might be they may not have the numbers or anything, but having an extra vote could give them what they need to stay in the game. My thing that I was thinking about is this going to be every episode? Because potentially, for conversation's sake, let's say the people on the yellow tribe decide to risk their vote every time and they get an extra vote. Like, that could potentially be a big power move, because they could have how many extra votes to use to make sure if somebody they definitely want voted off, they could definitely get them sent home. So yeah, I definitely see that working out and being a really epic episode when if that happens. The other big thing was the shot in the dark challenge, and not challenge, I'm sorry, the shot in the dark advantage. And there's a lot of uncertainty and a lot of unanswered questions, and we probably won't get some of those questions answered until it's actually played. But basically, it's this dice, and you have, it's basically, as Jeff put it, is your Hail Mary. So if you are going in the tribal and you think, oh my god, I might be sent home, this is your shot. Basically, you have a 1 in 6 shot to, I'm going to assume, get immunity, and or it would work as an immunity idol and you wouldn't be sent home. But if they do play and they don't get that safety net, then they lose their vote. But it's a lose-lose situation, because you might lose your vote, but then if you're going home anyway, what's it going to matter, I've seen a lot of mutually confused comments about how exactly it's going to be played. One of the things that from what I've seen, everybody got a dice, so everybody knows everyone has at least one dice. My big confusion was, can they only use that once? Because that would make things interesting, like if they could only use it once, or can they? And not that anybody would use it every tribal council, but could one potentially use that every tribal council? Because if they're lucky, they could end up with safe every tribal council if they, end up getting the right, get the right dice. Another thing was, how long is it good for? Because we've seen in the past when you get like advantages or idols, they're only good for, I believe it used to be like up to, when you can only use advantages and idols up when there is 5 or 6 people, up until there are 5 or 6 people left in the game. So I'm wondering what the rules are for that. Regarding how long they have to use that. And then, I'm trying to think, there was also something that was going around the Survivor community about the shot in the dark challenge advantage. Oh my God, Kelsey. You roll it with the tribal council. Yeah, I think the big thing was, like, can they only use it once, and then they don't get it again? Like, how? And then oh yes, so the other thing I was seeing mutually around the Survivor fans was, if somebody from your tribe is voted off, does that mean you have a better shot of getting immunity? And what I mean by that is, Jeff said that it's a 1 in 6 shot of being safe at tribal. So we had 2 people go home yesterday from 2 different tribes. So does that mean if somebody from yellow decides to do the shot in the dark, does that mean their odds suddenly increase to a 1 in 5 shot of winning the shot in the dark? And when the teams merge, does that mean their shots go down again because there's so many people in there? I'm wondering how exactly that'll play out. So yeah, it's definitely makes Survivor very interesting. I'm very curious to see how this plays out. I'm sure we'll see it at least once it happen. I'm looking forward to Survivor on Wednesday. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts about the summit and the shot in the dark. And I hope you guys enjoyed my video. And until next time, stay regal.